And welcome to the Marcus Mike Show, guys. I am Mike. My man over here to the left is Marcus. Marcus, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good, man. Just finishing up this Little League World Series, which I hardly pay attention to, but I know NFL Live's coming on, so I'll check out some of that today. But yeah,
Yeah, that actually
exciting.
that little league World Series and I think it's the Junior World Series is like 14
Yeah,
and under kids. Like it is crazy how much pressure we put on these kids to perform like at
right.
such a young age.
Yeah,
Like I have a daughter. She just turned 12, and like I couldn't even like imagine her being on a stage just like
right.
that. You know, trying to perform and stuff like that. I mean, so big shout out to like all those kids that are putting in
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
struggle. So, speaking of putting up or shut up, Mike Mayock, the GM for the Oakland Raiders, has officially issued a statement to Antonio Brown. We have exercised every right that we can. You can't use your old helmet. Either find a new one or don't play football at all.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, Mike Mayock was sold that Antonio Brown was a hard worker, like a Michael Irvin type worker, first practice, last one to leave. Um, and so he hasn't seen it yet. So I'm sure he's getting a little antsy, and as you said, his little press conference or whatever, saying, "Hey, you're going to be here with us, or you're not going to be here with us." I think he's speaking for Gruden as well, even though Gruden's not saying anything like that publicly. John Gruden is saying all the right things, but I think Mike Mayock's had it a little bit, and so he voiced his displeasure. Now, part of me is like, okay, cool, voice your displeasure. But the other part of me is like, hey, Mike, let's keep that in house. You tell Antonio Brown that. You shouldn't have to speak to Antonio Brown through the media.
Right.
So listen, you can tell he's frustrated. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said that. Mike's a good man. Mike's always been a stand-up guy. So yeah, I know he's frustrated. But I mean, at the end of the day, what are you gonna do? I mean, if you're Mike Mayock, you're gonna release him. You're not gonna. They're not gonna release him. So
Hmm.
I think that if this thing will get worked out, and Antonio Brown will be there week one. And so he just, I don't know. I heard Marcus Spears earlier saying it. He just wants to miss training camp. I
Yeah.
see. I don't know if I listen. That happens to a lot of players. They kind of just want to miss training camp, like Jadeveon Clowney right now is just missing training camp, but he'll be in here to sign his $15.9 million tender here in a couple of weeks. But I don't think Antonio Brown likes to practice, so I don't think Antonio Brown's doing that. I think he legitimately wants his old helmet. He's like a big baby. I got to have my way. I got to have the mint chocolate chip ice cream from Haagen Dazs.
Yeah.
Can't have it any other way. So, um, but yeah, I think he'll be week one. Antonio Brown will be there week one. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, he might be there week 1 or week 2 or week 3, but he won't be in football shape at all because I don't think he hasn't because he has skipped practice the last 2 3 practices that I'm aware of since I've been following this story pretty closely, and he did show up Thursday and he had a helmet on and he did catch a few passes from
Right.
Carr and whatnot. Now, uh, people such Oakland Raider fans, the teammates, the organization, like in general. I hear a lot of people saying that we need Antonio Brown. He's hurting the team. Yada yada yada. You guys have never played with Antonio Brown yet. How is he hurting the team whatsoever? How is he hindering your growth as a team if you have never played with Antonio Brown before? The only thing
Yeah.
I can see is once Antonio Brown comes in and plays, there might be a little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
He runs a 10-yard dig and like he wants the ball there instantly, not it's like a timing issue. But once Antonio Brown comes to practice and to team, he will only make you
Right.
better and more explosive. Right now, he is
Yeah.
not hurting you guys whatsoever. So
No.
Raider
No.
fans, calm
Yeah. You're
down,
right.
pump the brakes
Yeah.
brakes a little bit. The only thing
Yeah.
you guys are
Yeah.
fully out right now is a third round draft pick for Antonio Brown. So
Yeah, you're 100% right. If I'm a player, I could care less, dude. Listen, he's going to help me week one. I think he'll be here. Then it would start hurting me if he wasn't there week one. But right now, I
even
got a
then, it
job to
wouldn't
do.
hurt you because you're not used to playing with it, like
Well,
with
no,
him.
he hurts in the sense, Michael. He hurts in the sense that he's not there for his production. So,
Right.
offensive linemen, I can't stay on the field longer because they can't throw to that guy.
Yeah.
So it does hurt me to a certain extent. But right now, it doesn't hurt me at all.
You're
I
right.
got to block the guy in front of me. That's his business, and I'm busting my butt in training camp to do the best I can do. I wouldn't even. I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago with the Zeke situation. I wouldn't even entertain calls about from the media or like, what do you think about Antonio Brown? I'd be like, next.
Yeah.
That's his business. You talk to him about it. Talk to me about football or my situation.
So let me ask you this question here. So we've heard two issues come up with him this preseason. His feet that got frostbit, and then his helmet
Right.
issue. Do you think like he is making this helmet a big deal because his feet are actually not healed yet, so he's not ready to practice or play?
Yeah, I hate being lied to. I really do. I'm one of those people. Please don't lie to me. I don't care how bad it is. Just tell me the truth, and then we can go from there. I think Mike Mayock and John Gruden are kind of similar to me in that regard. I think smart men are like that,
Yeah.
to be honest. So I wouldn't. I would hate for him to like, oh, throw it over here at this helmet issue, and it's really his feet.
Hmm.
Because then that would be let's just worry about his feet then. Let's get those taken care of. Don't give us this helmet issue and a whole lot of other headaches. I hope that's not the case. But hey, I don't know Antonio Brown personally.
Yeah, me, like honestly, I kind of hope it's his feet because a professional athlete throwing this big a fit about a helmet. I mean, get over yourself, man. Like,
Right.
what type of image are you portraying to these 18, 19-year-old kids that are getting ready to sign a Division I athletic
Right.
scholarship? Oh, I want my helmet from like high school because it just fits good. Like,
Right.
come on. Like, I for Antonio Brown's sake, I hope this is just a smoke screen for him covering up that his feet is
Right.
actually the issue. Like, I really truly do. But let's go ahead
No,
and
I agree.
so let's go ahead and transition gears a little bit here. Ezekiel Elliott contract is still up in the air. Ezekiel Elliott hasn't even, from my knowledge, hasn't even been really entertaining any offers from the Cowboys, and like the Cowboys really haven't offered him too much more than what they've already had, like either. What is your opinion on this situation? What is going to ultimately happen?
Well, I'm glad they're playing hardball with Zeke, but Jerry Jones is being a little silly talking about Zeke who, and he's having a good time with the media right now. Listen, this won't be off. It's not going to be fun and games if they lose, and I don't think they're going to lose. So I'm with Jerry on this one. Very rarely am I with Jerry. Like I said, I used to stick up for him in the past, but I quit doing that. Yeah, I used to stick up for him a long time ago, but I quit doing that. He's kind of been silly. It's kind of been a little dysfunctional, but and we can talk about that at a later date. But he's saying Zeke who, and he's just having fun with the media about Tony Pollard is the real deal and all. Listen, I loved what I saw out of Tony Pollard. Let me tell you something. When Zeke comes back, okay, and then you got a back like Tony Pollard, now you got to fire and ice. See, Tony Pollard cannot carry this load.
You're right.
Tony Pollard is a 12 carry guy a game because he's little. He's a 12 carry and a 6 reception guy. So we're talking getting the ball to Tony Pollard about 15 times a game. That's going to take away from Zeke as well. It's a good thing for Zeke. Tony Pollard being drafted is a good thing for Zeke because he doesn't have to do every single thing now. So this is going to work great when they get here together. Now, if Zeke doesn't show up the first couple of weeks, now you have Alfred Morris and then Tony Pollard as your scat back. Listen, the Cowboys should still win games, but it won't be as dynamic as Ezekiel Elliott in the fold. And yes, what's going to happen? Listen, I hope that Zeke comes to his senses and doesn't accept doesn't want this Todd Gurley type contract. It's a bad contract, okay? And so, especially with the way Todd Gurley is right now. So, um, so let's see what happens. I wish Zeke would come to his senses and take this Le'Veon Bell type money and let's get going, man. But if he doesn't, if he doesn't, then we're gonna have Alfred Morris and Pollard, and I still think we should win football games with that. It's just like I said, it won't be as dynamic.
Yeah, I had to agree with you on this as well. If we just have Pollard and Alfred
Yeah,
and the backfield, and if the Eagles are as good as people as
right.
advertised, like I should stay. I think we are a wild card team. Like at this point, now I'm not saying it's going to be 8-8 season by like any means, but that 12 and
Right.
4, record that like I think we both have them going 13-3. What it looks like. So like that, or no, not, I have them going 13-3. You have them going 12
12
and
and
4.
4. Yeah.
But so
Yeah.
that record seems a little bit more far fetched if Ezekiel Elliott isn't on the field. But they're still definitely a playoff team. They are a first round playoff team win, but I don't see them making it past the NFC Championship game by like any means whatsoever without Ezekiel Elliott on the field. And with all that being said, there are other people on the team that have to be paid. Dak has to be paid. Amari Cooper has to be paid, but they're at camp. So as a quarterback, Dak Prescott, the leader of the team, Amari Cooper, possibly the second or third leader on the team, they need to get in Dak's ear like, hey man, we need you to win a Super Bowl. Let's go win a Super Bowl and then worry about getting paid later. Right now, let's be one of 52 players that can have 2019 Super Bowl championship ring on our finger.
Yes.
So, Dak Prescott, Sean Lee, Amari Cooper, Jason Witten, the old vet, get your boy to camp. Worry about a contract later. That's all I gotta say.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's get this party started. You see 13-3, I see 12-4. This team is loaded 1 through 22.
Yeah.
And when you have Ezekiel Elliott in there, it makes it dynamic. Like I said, I still think they're going to win a lot of games though with Pollard and Alfred Morris. Some people call me crazy on that one. We'll see. I'm telling you, they're still going to win a lot of games.
So if Ezekiel Elliott does not play until week 11, do you still see them going 12-4, or you like more like a 10-6 type of range?
It could be 10-6, 11-5, but I still see them in the playoffs. Yeah, Zeke will hurt. This Zeke thing may not make him win the division and get a first or second seed. Right. That's why Jerry Jones has to be really careful here and not play around. If he, he's got to know the dynamics of his offense. I think we both agree, and Jerry too, that they can still win without Ezekiel Elliott. But well, you take that gamble and make that chance, and you mess up this Super Bowl, you will go down. Listen, Jerry, you've already gone down as saying one of the worst mistakes you've done is not giving Tony Romo enough stuff in terms of Tony Romo had 3 of the 4 historical worst defenses in NFL history from 2010 to 2013.
Yep.
So you've already gone on record saying you ruined that with a really, really good quarterback and not getting a Super Bowl. Don't tell me you're about to ruin this with Ezekiel Elliott and make a wrong calculation here and you don't get to the Super Bowl because you didn't pay a running back. Yeah. Okay? So he's on fringe here. He's on one side, and I'm with him. But we'll see how this boat starts to roll, and we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, and speaking of working out here, a highly anticipated team that has been on the hype train since signing of Odell Beckham Jr., the addition of Kareem Hunt to the team, the 15 first round picks that they've had over the last 10 years, the Cleveland Browns. That's exactly the team that we're breaking down today, the Cleveland Browns. We're going to give them a win-loss record for the 2019 season. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Week number 1, they're at home taking on the Tennessee Titans. Who do you got?
And it's funny, I keep on saying 10-6 for the Browns, but I haven't even looked at their schedule. I just look at the talent they have, and I just keep on saying 10-6. And this is the first time I'm actually really going to, really look at their schedule. I've glanced at it, obviously. Right. But we'll see if I have it 10-6. We'll see. I think they'll beat Tennessee week 1, 1-0.
Yeah, I have them beating Tennessee as well because that hype train is going to be off the chain. That crowd's going to be rocking. It's a home game. There is no way Cleveland Browns loses week 1 unless they tie, which that would be crazy. Week 2, they're at New York Jets. We have them both beating the Jets. Yes. Week 3, they're back at home, take on the LA Rams. Who do you got?
I got the Cleveland Browns. They're going to beat the Rams. This is a looks like a Saturday night game, or it's Sunday night football or something. Yeah, it's probably Sunday night football here. It's a night game, and it'll be in Cleveland. That dog pound will be going crazy. Rams coming in, defending NFC champions. I got the Browns winning.
Yeah, that's the key word that you said. The defending NFC champions. They know how to play in these big games. They've been there, done that. They got the T-shirt, and they're more experienced. They're like another year underneath Jared Goff's belt.
Right.
I think the Rams go into Cleveland and they beat the Browns in week 3.
Okay.
Week 4, they're on the road, take on the Baltimore Ravens.
I got them losing. This one, the Baltimore will beat them. Baltimore's defense and Lamar Jackson, but I have my problems with Baltimore because I'm scared about Lamar Jackson, but that's another story. But I have a Baltimore winning this game.
Yeah, I have Baltimore winning this game as well, not because of Lamar Jackson. It is because Cleveland Browns have not learned how to win ball games yet. If it's a close game, they're going to shell up and they're going to fumble away the game like they did this past year when they had all this talent just
Right.
like around them, like anyways. I also think Lamar Jackson's highly overrated. 100%. He's definitely a tier 3 or even a tier 4 quarterback if you want to go that low.
Well, to prove your point, he got exposed in the playoffs. He couldn't throw the football.
Yeah.
So hey, until I see it, I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah. So, week 5, they're on the road again, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Who do you got?
I got Jimmy Garoppolo, baby. I think John Lynch has put together a good team there, and I hate the 49ers with all my heart. But I think they'll beat the Cleveland Browns. So I got Cleveland right now at 2-3.
Yeah, I had the 49ers winning this game as well, starting the Browns off 2-3. So I have not bought into the Jimmy G hype yet. If you guys remember the story from last Friday or Thursday, actually, Jimmy G threw 5 straight interceptions in a practice, not in a preseason game, not in a scrimmage, in a practice, 7-on-7 practice, 5 interceptions like in a row. So hopefully he rights the ship a little bit and does a little bit better because I want Cleveland to do bad. I'm going to put it out there. I want Cleveland to do bad. Next week, they're back at home, take on the Seattle Seahawks. Who do you got?
Russell Wilson and his band of merry men or whatever, and it's not going to nowhere near be enough. I think Russell Wilson signs his big contract, and Seattle goes into the dumpster. Now, they'll win games because Russell Wilson will pull games out his ass, but this won't be one of them. Seattle will go into Cleveland and get beat pretty good.
Yeah, as much as I agree with you, I still like Tyler Lockett on that team, my fellow Kansas Stater, like over there. I think he will do good things for that team before they kind of dismantle. But I have Cleveland losing 3 in a row. I don't see them losing 4 in a row this season. There just is too much talent, too much heart on that team. So I had them going 3-3 into the bye week, and you had them going 4-2 going into the bye week. The coming off the bye week, they're at New England taking on the Patriots. We had them both beating the Patriots.
Yeah.
Week number 9, they're at Denver. We had them both losing to Denver. Week 10, they're back at home taking on the Buffalo Bills. We had them both beating the Buffalo Bills. Give us a Week 11 matchup, a division foe, AFC North, at home taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
They'll beat Pittsburgh. I got them beating Pittsburgh. Yeah, absolutely. This is another one of those quirks in the schedule where they're going to play Pittsburgh 2 out of 3 weeks here, which is stupid.
Yes.
But they'll beat Pittsburgh the first time out, and this is another night game as well, Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Man, the NFL loves Cleveland, man. They got all these night games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you have such big names such as Kareem Hunt, Odell Beckham Jr., Chubb, Baker Mayfield, the list goes on. They have all these star power athletes. You have to put those guys in a primetime situation to battle with the Bachelor and Dancing with the Stars and The Voice and whatnot. But
and Kareem Hunt will already be back by this game.
Yes, this will be the first game he'll be back, right? Yep. So I originally had Pittsburgh winning this game, and then I went back and I looked at, because it is a big deal if you play on Monday night or Thursday night or Sunday night, so when I saw it was a Monday night game, I quickly changed my pick and I picked the Browns to win this game because of the crowd atmosphere. I think the crowd is definitely going to be carrying them in this game 100%. Then the next week they're playing Miami at home again. We both had them beating Miami. I would be cautious on this game though, because they do play Pittsburgh back to back, coming off a big win on Monday night, playing a horrible Miami team, and then traveling to Pittsburgh the next week. They might overlook this game a little bit, but we do have them both winning this game. Week 13, they're at Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh will pay them back. And this will be a prime time. It's not a prime time game, but it's the 4:25 game. Everybody will be watching.
Prime time.
Yeah. It's the main game in the afternoon. Just here it is right here.
Yeah, I'm the same boat as you. They are going to pay them back, and they're going to pay them back good. Um, I've questioned Mike Tomlin's coaching ability. This is where you show that this game right here shows if he's a good coach or just a mediocre coach. But I do have them winning this game. Week 14, they're at Cincinnati, or they're at home taking on Cincinnati.
They'll beat Cincinnati. This is I mean, here's another one. They're going to play Cincinnati twice in a month, but they'll be the Cincinnati's not as good as Cleveland. Cleveland will beat Cincinnati.
Yeah, I have them beating Cincinnati as well. Cincinnati just they need to hit that reset button. They need to hit it as fast as they can. Yes, AJ Green is hurt, but he still has trade value. Get him on the market. Get as many picks as you can. Trade the quarterback off. Push that reset button.
Right.
Week number 15, they're at Arizona. Who do you got?
Yeah, this is where Cleveland makes their run, though, their December run. And this is where they win the division from Pittsburgh. They have an easier schedule down the stretch from Pittsburgh, I do believe. So they're going to beat Arizona here December 15th.
Yeah, talk about an easy schedule. They have an easy schedule in general. Meaning, yes, they do play the Rams, but they play them at home. They do play the Patriots. They do play them on the road. They play Pittsburgh like at home. Really, those are the only big games that you can really circle, saying that these are going to be tough games. But Week 15, I do have them beating Arizona. I'm not buying into the Kyler Murray hype. Right. He has done well in preseason, but their coaches were also complaining that people were blitzing him during preseason. I like as well. So I'm not for sure if I'm really buying into the Kyler Murray hype at all. So Week 16, they're at home taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Now they'll beat Baltimore. This is payback. Baltimore beat them earlier in the season, and this is their run. Here's Cleveland's run to capturing this division title right here.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you are. They are battling for that division. I have them beating Baltimore. Baker Mayfield, look for him just to go off in this game. He's going to have one of those games where he's looking to the left, throwing it right, side on for 60 yards, on a dime. It's just going to be a crazy game to watch. Week 17, they're at Cincinnati taking on the Bengals.
Yeah, last game of the year. They'll already have the division wrapped up, or they'll need this game I'm not sure how it's going to shake out. They'll need this game to win the division over Pittsburgh, and they'll get this game regardless, whether they just playing out the second string or whatever. They'll beat Cincinnati.
So that gives you 12 wins for the Cleveland Browns this year.
Does it? I thought it was 11, but okay.
It was 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You had them losing to Baltimore, San Francisco, Denver, and Pittsburgh.
Yeah. That's pretty we have them losing to the Jets, no? We have them beating the Jets?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So that final game of the year, just to add into some points here, I have them losing to Cincinnati in that Week 17 game because they have not been there and done that, and they don't know how to win a championship. Once you learn how to win a championship, it's a lot easier. So meaning that they probably should have won a couple of those games that they lost earlier in the season, and not relied on Week 17 so much. I have not looked at the Pittsburgh schedule at all. I
haven't either. We'll do that one.
So yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. But okay. I think I'm in the same boat as you are. They have to win that Week 17 game. AJ Green might be back.
Yeah.
That Cincinnati crowd, it's a spoiler.
It's just. Yeah, it depends. I might have them wrapped up already, and they might lose that game and go 11-5 because they don't need it. We'll see what happens on my Pittsburgh schedule tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I was picking this Cleveland schedule here, they play the Rams at home. I really think they could beat the Rams at home, but and then I had them losing to Baltimore at Baltimore. I really think they could beat Baltimore at home as well. So I could easily see them going to 12-4. As much as that hurts me to say, because we have a have a fan that follows our show pretty close here. He's a huge Cleveland Browns fan, and I was jokingly saying that they'll go 8-8, and I was trying to make them go 8-8, and just their schedule does not allow them to go 8-8.
Well, you know me, you know my thinking. This is an 8-8 league, so they lose a couple of close games, they'll be 8-8. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's gonna be about there every year in the NFL, man. Some teams go 7-9. They could have gone 9-7. They could have gone 10-6. They went 6 and. I mean, this is crazy stuff here in the NFL. This is awesome stuff. I
So
mean, I have them beating Seattle week 6 against Russell Wilson.
yeah.
You know, I could see Baker Mayfield, score with a minute left to go and the dog pound's going crazy, and then Russell Wilson gets the kickoff, and
Right.
then they get it out to the 40, and Russell Wilson is getting a game-winning field goal, and that's a close one. That could mess up their whole season. So
Yeah.
these things are really, really close in the NFL.
So just to put an asterisk by my picks here, as I do think they'll go 10-6 like on the year because that's what I picked, like just like obviously, but I don't think the Browns will go 8-8. They just don't have it in their system like at all.
Right.
They will end up going 7-8-1. Like they will get that tie game in there, so they're under 500 still. Like they will never be a 500 team just because that's what who the Cleveland Browns are.
Right.
So,
Got you.
so with all that being said, we have to stay in the AFC North tomorrow, take on the possible division championship matchup here with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, guys, join us tomorrow. We'll break that down, and we can maybe talk into throwing some big hits as well. The cornerback hit the Seattle quarterback lock. What was that guy's name? His name slept in my mind.
Drew Lock? Or no, who are you talking about? Yeah.
So the Seattle Seahawks quarterback took a helmet-to-helmet shot from the Vikings safety during preseason game.
Russell Wilson did?
No. The San Diego quarterback. I will send you the link.
Phillip Rivers?
No, it was a backup. It was Locke.
Backup.
Yeah.
Okay, you're talking about a backup. Okay, gotcha.
So
okay.
we can kind of talk about that. See if that was a clean shot or late shot or whatever. I'll send you the link of the of the super slow mo hit. But guys, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Join us tomorrow.
See you later.